Hey committee, Dean Marks here doing my, I think, week 10 master's project update. And I didn't do a video last week, but I've got lots to tell you this week. Also, so I got cleared to graduate, so thanks whoever did that. I think I'm sharing my screen here, but I was just going to show you guys a couple of things that I've worked on this week. So one of the problems that I've been having is a lot of what this software does is that it can programmatically send text message and emails. The emails I've pretty much got down, and so you can just kind of integrate with Gmail's API. It's fairly easy, but text messages is a little harder. So basically, like if you want to programmatically send text messages, most people will tell you to go to Twilio, set up a developer account, integrate with their API, and then pay them 20 to 30 bucks till the end of eternity to like be able to do this. But I found this was a while back. I found kind of a little bit of a hack to where you could use your Apple device and programmatically send text as well through your iMessage app. And most people, I mean, let's be real, we're in America, most people have a iPhone. You can still send SMS programmatically through this same program, but I want to stick to iMessage just because it's going to be free for me. But that's kind of what this script does. It basically it will, it integrates with the iMessage app on your phone, and it kind of takes it over, and it will send the message, the receiver phone, the message, and then the message. And so basically, I wrap this in a Flask application of a webhook that's I've just got on my local device right now. Now the problem that I'm having is when I run my end and I'm running it from my device, this works, right? Because I'm on an Apple computer that's like logged in with my credentials to iCloud and does all that jazz. So it can programmatically send these messages through a fake Apple ID burner account that I've made. But the problem is once you copy that code and then put it on the web server online, it's like a Linux based system and it doesn't know anything about Apple, it doesn't know what the hell you're talking about. So I found the kind of a workaround is to instead of like putting that code that I currently have now that just works on my local machine, when I put it on online now it'll break. Well, it still works, but it won't send the text messages. But now instead of like attempting to send those text messages, what it's going to do is send a webhook that this is going to receive. So we're just modeling it now, but this is basically what's happening. So we've got this is the script that allows you to programmatically send text messages. This is a webhook that will receive webhooks from any application anywhere in the world. And I'm basically going to copy this and put it on an old Mac Mini, um, and allow it to like send these text messages for me. So instead of like having to use my personal computer and have an old Mac Mini and have it like work as a server basically. So that's part one is this is with Flask you can you put it and you get a little development server. Then I found this thing. It's called ngrok, which kind of takes your like development server here. This is just like on your local network. So if you're like on your iPhone or next door, you can't see this. But if you're connected with this network and you go to this website, you can see this. This puts it on the Big Boy network. And so I think you have to get a subscription to make it live all the time. Because I think right now it's like I've got an hour pass. I think it's like $4 a month, which, it's not horrible. But then it puts it online. So anytime that this right here is touched, it will activate this endpoint. So basically what you can do is through your sender. So this will be more or less I'll replace the logic that is in my current um, like master script, and instead of it like actually trying to send a text message itself, it'll send a webhook to my personal Apple server. And so we can prove it real quick that this works. Um, this is just a little annoying script that I work. So it's the receiving phone, this is my phone number. The outgoing message is blank bottles of beer on the wall, blank bottles of beer, take one down, pass it around, y minus one bottles of beer on the wall. And we're going to do that 10 times, and then we're going to wait I don't know, 75 seconds before we send the next one. So, status success. So we should start seeing text messages. 10 bottles of beer on the wall, 10 bottles of beer. So we're getting these text messages right now. So it's me sending it from myself to myself. I could send these to my buddy. The receiver phone, just change it from that to whatever. So in the master script program, we would pass the receiving phone number, and we wouldn't make it an annoying text blasting program, but we would pass the new user's credentials to that basically. So that's basically how it worked. And then also on this webhook, we'd have to use another Python module that I've been playing with called Caffeinate that will basically turn your Mac Mini, put it in low power mode, and keep it from turning off. And it basically truly kind of turns it into a server. So that's kind of cool. I've got a Mac Mini. The operating system on it is too old to run it at the moment, but I've got to get an appointment with the Mac store to get them to get a newer software on it. So this is another one I've been working on. So the same concept that's going on here, right, to where I just sent that webhook and I made something happen in the real world. Through, and these just look like, I know this is all coming from my computer, but these are separate devices. This is, theoretically its own device. This is, an iPhone, a computer across town, a computer in Detroit, whatever. I just happen to be doing it from my computer right now in another tab, right? Yeah. So the same concept here where we're pushing a button and making action happen somewhere else in the world is kind of the same thing for the gate. So instead of we're pinging that server that has the preloaded Apple's stuff in it, we're preloading another server that's a Raspberry Pi that will just open the gate. I'm a little behind on playing with the Pi, but basically I've been kind of playing with this too, of just get a little switch on and off switch and just practicing with a relay, just turning on a light, on off, man. And I've been kind of playing with the Internet of Things. I've got a Adafruit relay thing, and pretty new to it, but baby steps, it's how you catch fire. Maybe next time I'll have it and I'll have a lamp behind me and I can on off and then maybe do it with my phone or something. But yeah, so that's just modeling some of the other aspects of this program that's going to kind of have to happen. So that was, spent quite a lot of time on that. Here's another thing that I spent, quite a bit of time on. Let's toggle switch. So this map creation. So let's go just real quick. Let me do the master script. Is this running? All right, so pricing and onboarding. So I think I'm gonna replace right now I've said that we'll make it for you, and I might do a situation where it's Will and I have been talking about this. We really need to get on pricing, because we got a demo for we called and pretended to be potential new storage operators and got a demo for Storable. I've got my notes somewhere, but it's one conglomerate that owns everything. Easy Storage Solutions, Storable, and there's one more. But these all go for $500 a month, and they're pretty good, but they do basically the same thing that I'm trying to accomplish here. They're charging $500 a month basically. We're gonna give this away. We were thinking about either $20 a month or just do it for free and just cop the credit card charges. But anyway, on the onboarding, we haven't completely decided if we're gonna just make the map for you or make an interface for you to do it yourself. Maybe it's we'll do it for you for X amount, or here's the interface. And so let me show you the interface. So map creation. So the idea was, I really need to show you guys the demo that I did for the other people, because our onboarding process is literally better than theirs. So let's look up just a normal. So I've got two ideas for how this would work. So kind of storage. Yeah, the storage near me. What's their website? or what's their address? Come on, wasting time. All right here. Kansas Road, Little Rock, Arkansas. So basically, you search it, then you just kind of zoom in. So the idea is like, just get it in there, capture image, then it will capture your image. Hopefully, don't follow me. Let's do it again. So basically, we're tying into the Google Maps API. I'm not 100% sure if this is legal, but whatever. But then, yeah, just kind of like crop out your facility. Yeah, I mean, just kind of, whatever you want. And then you can also kind of like, if you need to rotate it, like rotate right, rotate left a little bit. Then apply crop. Boom. Then submit edited image. Boom. Image saved successfully. That's saved to us. So that's like stage one. I wanted to do it, and then you put the blocks on top of your image there. My buddy Will disagreed with me, so he's won this for now. But like, we spent a lot of time building this. So remember how in the About Us or the Sign Up / Buy Now, we have you upload a pricing and onboarding. Oh, this one has, this is where it's at. So it has you here, download the Excel template and then upload the Excel template. So when you download it, you'll download it. When you upload it, it will generate this. So depending on what you have uploaded, it will generate this, and I'm calling this the toolbox, and I'm calling this the grid box. And so then it basically instructs you to like, move these things around where they need to be. And these are like scaled properly. So the 5x5s are like proportional to what is this, a 10x15. So like I should be able to fit 3 of these next to, what is it, being clunky. Still got a little bit of clunk to work out. It's like it doesn't generate until the third click for some reason. Or you know what? It's because it's on border. It will. I don't know. This has been less clunky. But anyway, you get the idea. So then you'll submit, this is, you put these like everywhere, just like wherever it goes, man. And so I wanted to do that image that we just took, put it on the underside of it, and then you can also like resize your blocks. And so you would find like your 5x5, set it on that underlay image so that you kind of like line it up. But Will told me, and I guess he is kind of right, like if it's angled weird, it might kind of break down a little bit. So we decided not to do it, but I might end up bringing it back. I don't know. But anyway, whatever you submit here, you submit, and then it will basically, it will read in with the math. It's like onboarding map. It's like reading in the coordinates. It's I mean, I basically like kind of remade like Inkscape, and then it will so it creates this. So that's the actual information that I'm able to like put into a data frame and then like load it with the unit status and all that jazz and like project stuff on it. But those are like the base coordinates. So we're parsing that, then we're making this map frame, which basically corresponds with what we just made right here. So that is basically this. So that's the frame that then we take those coordinates and then throw the just like the other map coordinates per branch into it. So I need to use this and make some more branches, but I spent a lot of time making this. Kind of proud of this. I think it's pretty dope. Still a little clunky, but I've been kind of working out the kinks. But yeah, it uses AScript, so you can just keep doing it. You don't have to like reset the page. So yeah, that is cool. I was thinking I'm bringing Ivan on to my committee. I thank you, Ivan, for being here. He told me he didn't like my squiggles, and he might be right on desktop. It might be a little distracting, but when you look on phone, I thought it looked kind of cool. So I don't know. I might change it. It's not like super high on my priority, but you know, we might. One thing that he did say that I think he's probably right about is like, so when you get on the back end, he said that it looked a little like kind of bare through areas, and he said that I should do a hierarchical indexing system, which I think what he means from him is like I would click here and then like automation would have like a drop down with like some options, and he might be right there. I might be into that, like especially in the front end section, like it would make a lot of sense. So like instead of doing website settings and then all the way down here your virtual tour settings, like it would probably make more sense to, I guess that's what he means, and that's how you know everybody else has it too. But the problem is like I wouldn't need that for everything. Like you know what am I going to drop down on calendar? But like for automation and front end, it would make sense. Um, but yeah, it's still trucking. I noticed that on the competitors, their website front end is like it's not. I mean, it's not that far away from like what I've got going on here. Like you can make a page and you can like move your pages around, but I mean it ain't Wix. It's just like this. It's like upload some images and like put some boilerplate on the front. And this like you know your date coordinate thing, like they're not doing that. They're not doing anything like that. Um, there's like not as much like color customization that they have. I was thinking it might be cool to make it like I might even like try to reinvent Wix, like do an asynchronistic JavaScript that I've been learning, so that like as you're doing this, maybe there's a page above it that you're like editing that looks just like your homepage. Like that might be kind of cool, but that's a that's a Cadillac plan. I don't know if I'll have time for that. But yeah, on the front end, oh yeah, do my front end. Um, you know, I think it's still just, you know, kind of the same stuff. But I think it's coming together pretty good. I feel like I've been going a while. This is probably enough for today. But any of you guys have any updates, any inputs, let me know. Yeah, I mean this squiggle thing does kind of like break down through here. I mean you're not wrong. I'll give you that. But I need to figure out. I think I might try to get it to where you can create like what pages are here instead of like I'm just like your front homepage or virtual tour. And I'll try to send you guys some screenshots of like what the competition has because I've got a demo to their site for like a month, and I might do like a video walkthrough of like just you know seeing what they've got. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. I think that's it. I'm out of breath. I'm out of time. I'm out of steam. How long? I've been going for. I don't know how long. Just feels like I've been going for a long time. All right, I'm just gonna cut this off, and I think that's good. So yeah, if you guys have any updates or inputs, let me know.